In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to avoid getting banned sending bulk SMS in GoHighLevel. To make this really practical, start by going to the link in the description. That link takes you to GoHighLevel's official best practices page for SMS deliverability and avoiding restrictions. Keep that page open as a reference while you set everything up in your account. It's regularly updated, so it's the best place to confirm that what you're doing stays compliant with the latest carrier rules. If your SMS sending has already been suspended, your sub-account will usually be able to start sending again just after 12:01 a.m. UTC the next day after you receive the non-compliance email. Once you're back online, the goal is to avoid another suspension. A crucial first move is to add clear opt-out language in the very first text you send to any new contact. For example, at the end of your message, you could say, "Reply stop to unsubscribe." This tells carriers you respect consent and gives users a simple way to opt out. Along with that, always introduce yourself or your company in the first message to a new contact. Don't send a text that looks anonymous or spammy. Something like, "Hi, this is Sarah from Acme Dental." Instantly makes it clear who is texting and why. Next, avoid sending messages to numbers that can't receive SMS, such as landlines. In GoHighLevel, enable number intelligence. This feature checks the number type before sending, and if it detects a landline or non-SMS capable number, it can apply a temporary DND to prevent failed sends and reduce errors. You also want to be very careful with links. Do not use public URL shorteners like bit.ly or tinyurl. Carriers, especially T-Mobile and AT&T, often block or flag these as risky. Instead, use a custom or branded short URL on your own domain. Keep redirects to a minimum, and whenever possible, show a clear, honest destination. From there, make sure your business profile, A2P brand, and campaigns are registered in the Trust Center when you're sending from the US. The messaging ecosystem is moving toward no registration, no delivery, so this is becoming essential. Verification can take up to a week, so plan ahead. For website forms, collect consent the right way. If the phone number field is mandatory, use separate checkboxes for marketing and non-marketing messages, leave them unchecked by default, and include your privacy policy and terms at the bottom. If a phone number isn't required, a consent checkbox isn't needed, but still show your policy and terms. Finally, it's a good idea to mention how the contact opted in within your first message, and you can even add language for a double opt-in, such as reply 1 to confirm your subscription. This extra clarity goes a long way toward keeping your messages compliant and out of trouble with carriers.